Hi, I'm Danielle Campbell with Best Ever Pads, and this is Quick Tip Tuesday. Hi, I'm Danielle Campbell, and I want to talk to you guys today about barrel racing bits, what I like to use, what works for me, and their functions, why I use them. So we're going to start out here with the basic O-ring snaffle. Pretty much I ride all my young horses in this and actually do a lot of my groundwork, dry work on my older horses in this bit as well. This one is made by Eliot, and it's just a typical, just smooth O-ring snaffle bit. I run a lot of horses in this bit also. My style of training tends to keep a horse really round in their turns, and I don't like a lot of leverage to bind one up, and this takes away all of the leverage. Another bit that I like to do a lot of training in is this rope draw gag. This gives a little more power. Like, you can really get a horse to like break at the pole, bend a lot. You just have a lot of power with this bit without scaring a horse. Another thing I'd like to talk about with the bits is mouthpieces. So the general rule of thumb is the more breaks that a mouthpiece has, the more bend you're going to get. So for example, this is a chain mouthpiece. Most horses generally accept this very well. This is going to put a lot of bend in a horse. The opposite side of the spectrum is a Mullen Mouthpiece. This is just a nice short shank stabilizer bit, and as you could probably guess by now, I use this to stiffen a horse up a little bit. This is a bit that's used, maybe you're on a horse that's halfway through their turn and they're too bendy, they don't have their body under them moving forward, their shoulders are thrown to the outside. This is an awesome little bit to put on them that's going to help bring their shoulders back under them and get that snap on the back side of a turn. A lot of times I don't train and run in this bit. I'll do one or the other. So example, if I have a horse that I feel needs to run in this, I'm going to work them in a bit that has a little more bend, maybe the O-ring snaffle, that draw gag, so I even it out. I don't want to promote my horse to get so stiff that he's cutting off the backside of his turns. A step up from this that has just a little more bend is this Billy Allen mouthpiece, and that's what it's called. It just looks like a normal three-piece mouthpiece from right here, but what it does is your shank, your bit can come up, but the mouthpiece itself won't bend back, so it keeps it stiffer. You have your lateral pickup and bend, but when you pull straight back on a rein, the bit doesn't break like this three-piece mouthpiece, which is more typical, you can see will break and fold, where this one won't. So again, you're going to get a little stiffer reaction than this in this, but not as severe as the straight Mullen. One of my favorite bits to run in, train in, everything, it's why I love this bit, is I can do everything, is just this gooseberry short shank double gag. I prefer the one with the curve. The reason for that, everything is just, it's a little softer on the horse. It gives more of a feel that I like, but this bit I always use with a leather curb strap. I don't train my horses to respond to a chain under their chin. A lot of what I ride's off the track, they've never had a chain under their chin. They weren't broke that way. They're broke to respond to the corners of their mouth. So that's why I always use a leather chin strap on a horse. The one other thing I want to talk about is a bit that has gag or slide versus no slide. And that would be, obviously this bit slides. When you pull, it's going to go up their mouth, so it slides. That gives a little slower reaction. A lot of people believe it's going to put more bend in a horse, but the reaction of when you touch the reins is a little slower because it doesn't have a stopping point right away. Whereas this bit has no slide. It's a fixed mouthpiece. So the minute you make contact, the mouthpiece is stopped. It's not sliding up and then has to hit a point before you make full contact. So you're going to get a quicker reaction with this versus a sliding gag. I'm Danielle Campbell for Best Ever Pads. Thank you for watching Quick Tip Tuesday.